Alright, what's up, everybody? Stream should be live. What's going on, man? Chris Tobin first one in here, followed by Ice Zero, Johnny Utah, Matt Murdoch, Pedroso 180. What's up, everybody? Let's get a tweet out nice and quick because we have a lot to do, man. Energy to spend, arenas to grind, alliance wars to not really participate in, but still move in the alliance war anyway. You know, man, those sort of things. So let's go ahead and do all of those things. Let's do that stuff. How is Medusa? She's awesome. She's a great champion. Kind of needs to be awakened. Otherwise her damage output's not the best. But she's great. Let's get out a tweet. Dearest anti-Marvel champions. What do we say? Maybe we'll say Storm X is cool and all. But can we get a Man-Thing X? Does that make it sound worse? I'm not actually trying to make it sound any any certain way here, but you put Man-Thing and you put X together. People might let's find a different champion. Let's find a different champion. Actually, no, screw it, man. Whatever, we're gonna go with that. I'm now live. Okay, there we go. Tweet. Okay. Whoa. Guys, the stream hasn't even started yet. And World's Finest Dudes, you already said to over 15, saying slap me a big one. Dude. World's Finest Dudes. Starting the stream off with some strong generosity, man. Thank you very much. I've got something special just for you. Slap! Thank you very much, dude. Thank you. Jason Wildbunch also sent over to no message. I don't think there's any message, at least, unless YouTube's bugged out again. But just send it over too. Thank you so much. We got Flip. Real Deal sent it over too as well, saying, what? Well, I hope those weren't attempts at the slap, because then I have to disappoint and say, well, slap, it's already happened. But thank you very much, guys. Thank you very, very much. UniBG, thanks for stopping by earlier. Yeah, man, it's about time, right? I've actually tried to catch your streams. Like, there was a couple times in the past, but I always showed up too late. And then it was just like, oh. This is the first time actually getting a stop by, though. The shine, my eyes. Oh, Pixie Belle, you know you love this shine. How else are we gonna guide Rudolph's sleigh tonight or something like that? I don't know how it goes. All right, anyway. Ooh. Steel. Your banana is growing. Thank you very much for renewing that banana, refreshing the banana. Welcome back. Please continue to enjoy your banana. Thank you for all the continued support. Unpopular opinion: Ghost needs a buff. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, of course. Duh. She's pretty weak. Could use a buff for sure. All right, let's hop into a quest. Ryan Friedman said it over 5. Ryan, thank you very much. Saying, hey BG, what is your favorite movie? I don't know if I have any one favorite movie. Actually, screw this. One energy at a time. No, it's not going to cut it. Let's do this quest, which is one energy at a time. Let's go back to beginner. No. All right. Let's auto fight actually. Let's just do that for a moment. Yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite movie, man. I'll give you some that I like, and that would be up there for favorites, which would be Home Alone 1 and 2. So both, and I repeat, the only Home Alones ever made. Home Alone 1 and 2. Got the Mighty Ducks trilogy. I really like Heavyweights. You know, these are some of the classics of my generation. Let's see. Something made after the year 2000 that I liked was Charlie Bartlett. Enjoy that movie. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I have any one favorites. But those are some of my favorites. Ryan, thank you very much. Scotty Lang also sending over a buck with no message. I'm guessing this is one of them Paseo bucks. Because I don't even see a post message. Scotty, thank you very much, dude. Cutoffs are in the description. Yeah. If you're looking for cutoffs, I moved it to the description. If it becomes a problem, I'll put it back on screen. But for now, you can find them in the description. Hobbit, what's up, dude? With the hashtag Hobbit Raid. Whoa. Hobbit, you feeling okay, dude? Hashtag Hobbit Raid. That's the most normal message I think I've ever seen. And I'm a little worried. I'm concerned. Hope you're alright, man. To go over what I estimated for the cutoffs, though, by the way. Storm, I'm guessing 62 million based on what Sorcerer Supreme went for. I could be wrong. You know, Sorcerer Supreme, I feel like Sorcerer Supreme is the better of the two champions. Storm, I'm not saying she's bad. I think she's gonna be really fun in the incursions and some other places. She'll be useful too, but I do feel like Sorcerer Supreme was the better of the two champions, and this is about what Sorcerer Supreme went for. Was about 62 million for the 5-star. But even though I feel like Sorcerer Supreme's better, so many people are still home, still, you know, in that self-quarantine state, and yeah, just have more time than usual on their hands to be grinding the arena, and yeah, I think that keeps the cutoff higher. But we'll see. 4-star 12 million, 3-star 1.3 million. KingGroot is in the basic, and that dude's going to go for just over milestones. Put it down as 1.6. Good luck if you're grinding. Please go higher, as always, because these are just estimates. It's my best guesses. Getta, what's up, dude? Sending over 2, saying what's up. BG, Mr. Sinister, good. New 6-star for me. Ooh, as a 6-star, I think that's a really cool pull. He's not amazing. He's not amazing, but he's also... Wait, didn't I hit play next? Or I guess maybe it was a replay option? Either way, whatever. I don't think Mr. Sinister is amazing offensively. I think he's a solid defender, and I think he has some limited use offensively with his immunity to reverse controls. Apparently, he is an option for the Grandmaster fight, since the reverse controls seems to be one of the most annoying parts of that fight. So yeah, I think it's great that you got him as a 6-star, because you don't need to invest a ton of resources to use him. You could just, you know, he's already powerful as a rank 1 6-star. But again, he's not the type of powerful that you're going to be using all the time. He's the type of champ that you stick on defense and occasionally break him out offensively. But that's still a really cool pull to get as a 6-star. Does not need to be awakened either, so other good reason for 6-star. But dude, thank you so much for the 2. Congrats on getting a good one, I'd say. Flip, sending over another buck. We got here Grant, I'm told, rank Torch over Void. Thoughts? It depends on what you're doing. It's situational. There are some situations where Torch is better. There are some situations where Void is better. I personally really like Void. So, for general purpose, just rank up which champion would I personally go with. It would be Void, but if you're looking to do something like the Abyss, I'm actually not sure. I mean, I know Torch is really good for a bunch of the fights. And Torch is probably the answer. But depending on your other champions, like, I think if you already have Aegon or something, then you don't really need Void. Even though, well, I don't know if that's true even. I'm actually not sure about the Abyss. I'm not sure, I'm not totally sure who's like more necessary to get that ultimate rank up. Like if you had both champions, let's say you had both champions at rank 4, and you're deciding which one to take to rank 5 for the Abyss. I don't know. I'm sure people in the chat know the answer to that, but I just I don't have the experience. But yeah, it's situational. They're both great champions. Both are champions that you, I think, want to have ranked up eventually. It's just a matter of what you're doing right now that determines which one to go with first, you know. But dude, thank you very much. Ryan sent an 05 saying, how do you sleep at night? Great question, man. I wish I had the answer to that, because dude, I've not been, my sleep has been more out of whack than usual, and I have not been sleeping at night, which ruins my entire day. And yeah, man, like last night I didn't go to sleep at all. I basically just took a little nap so that I wasn't completely dead right now, but yeah. I don't know how to sleep at night. I mean, if you're looking for a serious answer, it's probably, well, shut everything down, you know, don't look at your phone, maybe put on some relaxing music. I don't even know. Alright, let's go to the arena. But Ryan, thank you very much. Man, there's some times where I can sleep so well at night. There's some times where, you know, really easy to fall asleep. Get a great amount of rest and all that. Let's finish up this arena. And then there are other times where it's like, dude, I just can't. There's nothing I could do. My mind doesn't want to shut down, yet I'm too tired to get much done, and it's a bad place to be. Probably need to exercise during the day more or something like that. Is that a Doobs in here? What's up, Doobs? Yo, what's up, Banana Man? How you been? Been good, man. How you doing? Still going strong in your in relax? BG, someone on the forum. Oh crap! Why did I stop my combo? BG, someone on the forums managed to show that indestructible is bugged, not lifesteal. They dueled Luke Cage with a power back boost and got power back during a special when indestructible was on. Uh-oh. Rip power back boost. I mean, I feel like that's what they're gonna do. Bam deleted the thread. Yeah. I hate to say it, but I feel like that's what Kabam's gonna do. If the more people point out stuff like that, the more they're gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, that was bugged too, and we're gonna change that too. Because you're dealing, and I could see the argument, okay, you're dealing 0 damage, so why would you get any power back when this boost is supposed to function? You get power back when you deal a certain amount of damage. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do, but that's what I feel like they're gonna do. Steel sending over another buck. Thank you, dude, saying, look at BG talking about the Abyss like he thinks he's knowledgeable about it. It's so cute. Oh, man. Hey, I already told you. I already said it in this same sentence as I was talking about the Abyss. I don't know about the Abyss. One day I'll know about the Abyss. But I don't know when that day will be. Man, I should have run a higher 5-level team, 5-star team. That was silly. Let's get the 4 stars in there. Yeah, sort of. Play the game less than ever lately, but still enjoy it. Haven't done a single war in months now, though. Nice, man. What's fine as dudes? Sending over another 10. Thank you, man. Saying, so I got Man-Thing from Arena and started to play with him, but I haven't been effective. Do you think a Man-Thing video is possible, or maybe just a little explainer? I made 2 Man-Thing videos in the past. BJ sent a message with the super chat. Jason, did you? Because I looked at the time when you sent it. I'll look again, but I checked, man. There was nothing, so I hope it's not a YouTube issue again. I'll take another look. But give me one sec. Yeah, I made 2 Man-Thing videos explaining how the champion works, a bit at least. The short version though is basically you want to stack up the buffs on the opponent, the pustules they're called, with your special 1 or special 3. And then you burst those and turn them into poison and armor breaks with either your heavy attack or your special 2. Also, just anytime you're attacking the opponent, they have a chance to be nullified and converted to armor breaks and poison. But yeah, basically level 1 and level 3 to stack, heavy attack, and level 2 to break. Mystic Dispersion is basically required as far as I'm concerned to play the champion, like high levels of it. I try to say it a bunch, but I don't always say it every time I talk about Man-Thing. Yeah, that's the reason why I have fun with the champion, is with Mystic Dispersion. You're able to drive the power meter yourself. Whereas a lot of Mystic champions, okay, even if you have Mystic Dispersion, the opponents don't have buffs, and you're not really getting anything back, and yeah, but with Man-Thing it's different, so. Okay, Jason Wild Bunch. There's a message, BG, the first one I sent, it was too long to put into the super chat. There's a message, I was trying to get a slap, but was late in the fingerprint, maybe I can get one. Tim, what's BG, like the new setup and cool vibes coming your way? Was that... Wait, was this the... Was this the message? Because, alright, this is the first one I see from you. So, let me read this one. If there was something else before this, you'll have to let me know. And then we know there's some sort of issue. I don't know how to fix it if there was. But anyway. Alright, let me read this one more time because I kind of just skimmed it. I was trying to get a slap, but was late in the fingerprint. Maybe I can get one tomorrow. Okay, I see. Not Tom, but tomorrow. What's up, BG? Like the new setup and cool vibes coming your way. Well, thank you, man. I'm gonna send some cool vibes right back at you. And thank you, man. I haven't really changed a whole lot for the stream setup yet. Some more changes coming soon. Subtle changes, because I like to keep it pretty simple. Like to keep it mostly 99% the gameplay on the screen, you know? Don't want to cover anything up or shrink it or anything like that, but a couple other subtle changes to clean things up. But thank you, dude. Thank you again, man. Appreciate it. At the time when I was looking at that message wasn't there, but Jay, what's up, dude? What the fudge is up, Bri Guy? What up, Jay Divine? Went back to watch your reaction to the donation earlier, and it made my day. Hope the rest of your day was well, dude. That was extremely unexpected. Yeah, thank you again for that, man. That's crazy generous. Crazy generous. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's get to this new arena grind. BG, is Venom the Duck better than Cole? In some situations, yes. In some situations, Cole's better. It's kind of the nature of the game. All depends on who you're fighting, where you're fighting, things like that. But yeah, if I could only have one of the two champions, I would easily take Venom the Duck over Cole myself. But everyone has their own preferences, and some may choose Cole. PG, whom would you awaken Morningstar or Voodoo with a Mystic Awakening gem for Act 6.1? For 6.1? I don't know if I would use either of those champions much in 6.1. I'm trying to think back to some of the content. Yeah, I don't think I'm not sure how much how important either of those champions are for 6.1. I don't know who I'd awaken. That's a tough one. I'd probably go Voodoo. You know, I think it's personal preference. I think both champions are worthy of being awakened. But I actually don't enjoy playing either of them a whole lot. And, I don't know. Morningstar, I tried using him in quests, and I had some okay success. Other players have had way more success with Morningstar than I have, so it could just be me. But I ended up having a bit more success with Voodoo. So yeah, I would go with Voodoo between the two. When it comes to incursions, then Morningstar is I really liked her there, but that was about it. Read Pixie's last, darn it. What's Pixie's last? Sorry, Ninja, I thought he would read my comment. You can go ahead and ask him again. I'm guessing there's another one. Hold on. Where's Pixie's last? PG, can you answer Ninja Boss? I already timed out two guys asking the same question over and over. Okay. Don't spam, by the way, people. Please. It's fine to ask the same question again, but you got to give it time. I miss a ton of messages, but the spam doesn't help. Wait, hold on. What was... Let me go back and see. Ninja Boss? What is Ninja Boss asking? Please check Twitter. Okay. What do we got on Twitter? I don't know if I even see a tweet here. Was it recent? Because I don't have anything recent from you, I don't think. I see Dreamin' is doing a stream, though. Here, watch. I'll show my Twitter. I'm on all. Let me see if I can refresh it here with this. Yeah. I don't see anything in the past. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Just came through. Okay. Okay, yeah. 7 hours ago. I see. Alright, let me see. Wanted the 4-star shards. It's the guy who got rank 5 5-star ghost, by the way. I gotta say, there's lots of players with rank 5 5-star ghost. I don't want to make it sound any less special or anything, because it's a great rank up. But yeah, just letting you know. But okay. What 4-star shards? Okay, just that the cutoff was really low for Man-Thing? Yeah, it's kind of expected. Kind of expected. Bummer on not getting the shards. BG, is Morningstar worth 6 stones? 5-star? I personally, I don't think I would give her 6 stones. Like, she scales alright, and of course it'd be better if she was higher sig level. But I don't think I would give it to her. Like, 5-star 6 stones, they're still pretty hard to come by. And there's other champions that need it more. Prestige champions and just other champions that you know, actually need the higher sig levels of. So, yeah, I don't think I would give her any 6 stones. I would just leave her at whatever you have her at Awakened. World's Finest Dudes sanded over another buck. Thank you, man. Saying, pulled Aegon today. He may not be duped, but at least he's not another gosh darn mutant. Dude. Congrats. Eventually you get him awakened. You gotta pull him the one time to eventually pull him a second time. Or the awakening gem, of course. But nice, man. Congrats on your Aegon. It's good stuff. Thank you very much for another buck. What characters are you missing? I see you have a lot. I do have a lot, but I'm still missing quite a few. Like, if we go to my 5-star roster real quick. And we go to unowned. You can see missing 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 43. Although we don't really know. I mean, can't really count Wolverine, I guess. But yeah, I'm missing quite a few. Plenty of champs that I still need to add to my collection here. I don't necessarily care about all of those champs. I mean, I would take them, you know, just because collector never stops collecting. But there's not that many champions that I am really looking for. It's mostly like Ghost, Warlock, Aegon, I guess. Kind of just want him as a 6-star, but yeah, I would still gladly take him as a 5-star. There's some others. Those are some of the standout ones, though. So wanted to let you know how awesome you are, BG. Been watching since your Realm of Legends videos. Dang, dude. Thank you for watching all this time. That was a long time ago. Thank you very much. You take that back right now. She's totally worth the 6 stones. Royal, I can't do it, man. For the reasons I mentioned. I'm not saying she's bad. I'm not saying her sig ability scales poorly or anything like that. It does make her stronger. It's just 6 stones are hard to come by. If Kabam made them a little bit easier to get, if they added them in the solo events or something like that, well, that's another story. But as it stands right now. Since we're on Morningstar, would you take her to rank 2, 6-star unawakened? If you had a real important use for her or something, yeah, maybe. Otherwise, no. Like, I took my 5-star up to rank 5 unawakened. But that was also knowing that, hey, number one, I need the champion for a specific fight, which was the champion boss in 6.2, even though I actually never used Morningstar, or never successfully used Morningstar in that fight, awakened or unawakened. And then also knowing that, yeah, I could just awaken her later since it's a 5-star. It's not as difficult as a 6-star. So if you had a real specific use, sure, but for the most part, no, I would not rank her up. I would just leave her at rank 1. You think the cutoff for KingGroot will be? I have the cutoffs in the description, but he's not going for anything other than shortly a small amount over milestones. Like if you play a single round over milestones, you're probably gonna get KingGroot. You know, not many people want this guy. Noah, send it over Buck. Noah, thank you very much. Saying any alternative options for Sorcerer Supreme weekly boss? Alternative aside from... I'm basically champions that go unstoppable. Any champion that goes unstoppable should be able to do that fight. And then we also were talking yesterday about what's it called? Void possibly being a good option, since you're able to kind of reverse or just limit, and then ultimately, yeah, even reverse the power control. It'll be a little bit of a slower fight since you're not going to deal your full damage, but do something like that. Luke Cage, kind of in a similar boat. I imagine Torch might not be too bad since, of course, you're fighting a Mystic champion, and Torch is really good against Mystic champions, even though your damage will be reduced there as well. Yeah, any champ that goes unstoppable. Even champions like Kingpin that are usually not super ideal for, well, for anything. Kingpin not exactly known for being the best in the contest, but with his heavy attacks, he goes unstoppable. I'm not sure if you have any of these options. Aside from Thing. Okay, aside from Thing. Yeah, I mean, Thing, he basically is probably the best option for it. But if you don't have him, you can look to some of those. If you guys want to put in the chat who you guys are using, if you don't have Thing, that is, if you want to put that in the chat, just to maybe get some other ideas. I have the Storm quest myself, so I don't even know her exact nodes, but I've been told that she has the can't stop, won't stop node, which is kind of dirty to put in that fight. Can't stop, won't stop. I'm kind of surprised they put that node in that quest. Little bit strange, in my opinion. Like the one they put in the Storm quest, I feel like was easier, but then again, Storm might be the harder of the two to fight. Just because if you slip up, you get caught by those specials, you're basically done. Went full blast with Corvus and got the solo. Okay. Blade with Mephisto synergy. Okay. Yeah, getting the danger senses against against Mystics. Okay, I can see that. Use Nick Fury and type. Okay. So yeah, it seems like a bunch of people didn't really go for the unstoppable and just ended up kind of brute forcing through it with just kind of standard options. So you could look to do something similar to that if you don't have a strong unstoppable champ. Now that you are a solo guy, what alliance benefits do you miss the most? Well, I'm not really a solo guy anymore. I haven't been for a good month or so at this point. I joined our Loki, which is just a more laid-back alliance of former 2, 3, 4 Loki people. The glory would have been my answer, though. The amount of glory that you get from Alliance Quest and the updated glory store and everything. Me, it's the guy with the rank 5 5-star ghost. BG, lots of people have her as rank 5. My brain, you sure don't. It's true, I sure don't. You're not wrong. BG, you got 5-star Kingpin. Is he any good? And is Cap Marvel a movie? And or does Voodoo need high sig? Kingpin, just kind of talking about him. No, unfortunately, he's not very good. You know, he's an okay defender, but I don't really recommend investing rank up resources into him. And he does have a couple things he can do, like the going unstoppable, which can be good for the can't stop, won't stop node, but again, I don't really recommend ranking him up. It's more of if you had him as a 6-star, then I think he's not a bad 6-star because of limited use and not requiring rank up resources, but 5-star, not so great. Does Cap Marvel movie and or does Voodoo need high sig? I don't think so, no. Cap Marvel movie might need the SIGs a little bit more. Hold on, let me go check and see how she scales. Just having Voodoo awakened is a huge deal. She doesn't need anything too much more than that. Okay, so 6 to 12 seconds of indestructible. And the cooldown. Okay. No, I don't think she needs a high sig level. If you can get to like, what is this, around like sig 40, even that's like pretty good. You have almost 10 seconds of the indestructible. But yeah, even if you could just get her awakened sig level 1, I feel like for a bunch of things that's probably good enough. Both champions, of course, they're going to be better at higher sig levels, but it's not like you need the higher sig levels to play the champs, you know? World's Finest Dudes, send it over another buck. Dude, thank you very much. Give me one sec. Saying, what level of Mystic Dispersion is required for Man-Thing, and is it worth loyalty? I mean, there's no required level of Mystic Dispersion, but the higher the better. I like to play him with 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion. I gotta reiterate too, like, Man-Thing, he is my favorite champion in the game. But I try my best to say it as much as possible too. He's not the best champion in the game. You know, he's just a champion I enjoy playing. So I don't, you know, I don't want to, I don't want to mislead you and have you think that if you invest in Mystic Dispersion that you're going to be using Man-Thing all the time. There are better champions in the game. But, yeah, Mystic Dispersion, higher the levels the better, because with some champions you don't want to get to a special 3. And with Man-Thing, it's fine getting to a special 3 because that just allows you to apply more buffs to the opponent in the form of those pustules, and then you can pop them with your heavy attack even. So, yeah, higher the better. And as far as if they're worth the loyalty or not, it's really expensive loyalty-wise. Let me go check and see what the cost is. I think it's like it's either like 7,000 or 8,000 per core, I believe. It's pretty expensive. If you have any plans to do higher levels of Alliance Quest, or if you're doing higher levels of Alliance Quest right now, or Alliance War, where you pick up the 3-minute boost that costs loyalty, things like that. Those, I would say, are like top priority when it comes to spending loyalty. And if you still have a ton of extra loyalty, if you're just getting way more than you're actually using, then I could see it being an okay thing to do. But let me see. 8,000, okay. Yeah, see, that's pretty expensive. So even just to get rank 4 of Mystic Dispersion, because it goes up every level. So it starts out at 5 for the first level, and then it doubles to 10, and then 20 for the next one. So we're already up to 35 cores for rank 3, which is not bad. What is 35 times 8,000? See, even still, that's 280,000 loyalty. That's quite a bit. But then it's 40 for the next level, so talking 75 for rank 4, which is 600,000 loyalty. Oof. Oh boy, man. Yeah, personally, I rather spend the units, because that's expensive, man. And loyalty is not something that you can easily get more of outside of like the 1,000 a day for hitting helps and, you know, the other areas. Some people, I know some people have like millions of loyalty just because they, you know, they don't donate, don't do maps that require donations, and also don't pick up the 3-minute boost. So it might not be a terrible idea to supplement some of the purchases with that, but oof, man, I'd rather spend the units on it myself. Tom sent it over 5 as well. What's up, Tom? Thank you very much for the 5 New Zealand bucks. Saying, BG, friend of mine asked me how many clowns did I see at the carnival. I told him a fair amount. The people asked for this. No one asked for this, Tom. Boo. Who asked for this? Boo them too. Boo. Tom, thank you very much for the 5. Boo. Good evening, Dingus. How are you? Not doing arena predictions anymore? What's up, Abdo? It's in the description now. I don't necessarily, I mean, it's not a huge deal to have it on screen right now or not, but I'm working on some other changes just subtle changes. And I just want to try to keep things consistent and trying out leaving them in the description. I know it's different for right now, and it's going to take some time for people to get used to that. But hopefully it doesn't become an issue, and hopefully people do get used to it being in the description. BG, good evening. Have you seen Mr. F apply his crossfight weakness on an opponent in Alliance War? How practical do you think that is for defense, considering ranking him up for this, among other things? I don't really see too many people using Mr. Fantastic and his pre-fight ability in war. Though I don't really do competitive Alliance War anymore, so that could be the reason, and maybe he is getting played more. Here, I'll show you. Actually, after this fight, I forgot to go back to Alliance War. I'll show you how my Alliance War is looking. But yeah, when I mean I did do some wars when Mr. Fantastic was out before leaving for Loki, but I don't know, maybe it was too early and not enough people had him to use him, but I didn't really see anybody using him. And then defensively he's just okay. He's not anything too special. He can evade and throw you off and stuff, but what happened to your forehead? I don't know. What do you mean? You got a red line when furrowing your brow? Furrowing my brow. What is furrowing? What's the definition of furrowing even? I don't know. BG should do some troll vids. I've done a couple in the past. Troll vids, they're fun, but they actually take a good amount of effort. And I'd rather stick that effort into to other things usually. Alright, let me go hop into war. I always wondered what kind of doctor Dr. Pepper actually is. A physician. Boo. Any tips for to use at 6.2.3? 6.2.3. Which one's the third one? Hold on. The third one, I think, is the easy quest. The third one is the Icarus node, I believe. Yeah, here's my war, though. It was just blank fights. They didn't place defenders. I looked at the alliance, and yeah, they didn't have many people in it, so I don't know. It's possible that it was a shell alliance or something like that. Don't really know. Anyway. Alliance war complete. We did it. But yeah, Icarus, people use Ghost. People use Killmonger and bring Void synergy for Killmonger. Corvus. Cap Marvel. You could really use pretty much any champions for it, but those champions will plow through that content super quickly. Is there any joke BG won't boo? Good ones. I haven't seen any yet. No, I mean, there's some good jokes. I haven't booed all of them. Even some of Tom's that I have not booed. Should I get 5-star Unstoppable Colossus or the cores for 5/5 MD? I mean, realistically, Unstoppable Colossus is a crappy champion, and he's not going to be of any use. And yet, I would still personally go with Unstoppable Colossus because that's the only way that you can get him in this game. And the collector in me, well, I want them all. More points in the arena too if you're an arena grinder. And yeah, possible synergy usage at a later date. So yeah, because that's the only way you can get him, that's what I did with my loyalty at least. But it's up to you. Like I said, realistically, Unstoppable Colossus, he's a garbage champion, and I don't know if they'll ever buff him. Got a contempt sent over too, saying, now that your champs are free from Alliance War, Darkhawk? I mean, not right now. But perhaps. We'll probably go back to that tomorrow. Yeah, I think we'll hop back in there tomorrow. I mean, we'll probably hop back in there tomorrow. Stream's probably going to start a little bit later than it did today, but yeah. If you catch him with a good fart joke, he sometimes will laugh first. It's sad that that is true, but it is true. I'm a little kid at heart, and always laugh at a fart. Jesse J sent it over 2 with the hey you pair. What's up, dude? Thank you very much for the 2. I know you're not poolside right now, or actually maybe you are. But I figured late at night, maybe you aren't. But dude, thank you again for the 2. Appreciate it, man. Hold on, let me see. Alright. Your boos are just you being jealous? Trombone. Lies. Do you think he'll ever do competitive war again? Maybe. I don't know. I like... I just woke up, had too many day beers. Yeah. But yeah, maybe with war, I don't know. I really think war needs an overhaul. I want to see them do that first, but even if they don't, I don't know, it's possible. Like, my plans got kind of delayed along with everyone else's plans in the world. And technically right now I can be in for Loki. Well, if they would have me at least. Which I think, I mean, they've said they still would, so. But yeah, I know Prestige is still constantly on the rise, and mine hasn't moved, so. But anyway. I don't know, it just seems kind of stupid at the moment. Dude, this Killmonger is killing me. Alright, fine. I'm not going to bait out specials. Go away, dude. Get out my face. But yeah. I really want War to be overhauled. And I think they're going to keep making slight changes to War, but I don't think, I honestly don't think they're going to overhaul it to the point where I would find it enjoyable, which would be like what I talked about in the super long, hour-long War video talk. I think that's probably... I mean, you know, what they did with Incursions gives me hope, at least, because they really, like, made huge changes to dungeons, but I think it's easier to make a change to that mode, which was, you know, the newer of the modes, and it's not a competitive mode, so they do have that ability to make it a little bit more of a playground feel to it, but I still think they could do something similar in War. Make it more enjoyable. Anyway, let me not ramble too much on that. Hoochie wife, BG, this is actually Bonesaw. Oh, I was wondering if Torch needs to be duped for Abyss. Been tempted to bring my 6-star to rank 2 after first clear of 6.4. Yeah, from what I hear, Torch kind of needs to be duped for the Abyss because you want to use his pre-fight a bunch. I don't know if it's technically required, but yeah, you do want him awakened. Chris Tackett sending over 2, saying 100% Realm of Legends today. Nice. First and after uncollected. Nice, man. I bet it was a breeze after getting uncollected. I mean, it could still be pretty tough, but still. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Steel sending over 2 more as well, saying check tweeter, please. Okay. 1 tweeter check coming right up. What do we got? Well, look what we have here. Clean tar catalysts. I think, did they mention something about these again? I wouldn't be surprised if they brought back that event, though. I honestly can't remember if they've talked about it. But I know in the past, so many people really enjoyed that event. Like Kabam would be foolish. They'd be fools to not bring it back. Thank you for the 2. BG, if pooping is a call of nature, does that mean farting is a missed call? Oh my. And if you spray fart, then it's really a missed call. Get it? The other spelling of missed? Ah, boo myself on that one. I never thought about it like that, though. My mind is blown. I feel like I need to pick up the phone, you know what I mean? Oh, God. BG, your streams are not European time zones friendly. Arena streams start around 7 a.m. Item / less stream start around midnight. Crying in Norwegian. Oh, man. Sorry, dude. Wait, was that just yesterday's or just in general? Because they sometimes vary. Sometimes they start a little bit earlier. Because wait a minute, yeah, wait. If my arena streams start around 7 a.m., I usually try to do the day streams, the questing streams, usually around 12. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's after I end. Oh, damn. Yeah, I guess it is later, huh? I was doing the math wrong in my head. I was thinking about the end time of my arena streams versus the beginning time of the day streams. Sorry, man. The day streams, that's kind of what time works for me, so I gotta do that for the day ones. Stars right. What is this? Those have never left. Oh, the catalyst? Oh, okay. Oh, maybe it's not coming back then. I'm sure at some point they'll do it, though. Omega Red Gaming sending over 2, saying, I won a Yo Mama competition with that joke. Check it out. What joke? Let me see. Hey BG, I'm gonna give it a shot, but I made up a Yo Mama joke when I was a kid. It goes like this. Yo Mama's armpits are so hairy, she grabbed me in the headlock and said, welcome to the jungle. Wow. I don't know if I could boo it, because it's a classic Yo Obama joke. I like it. I don't want to encourage too many Yo Obama jokes, but hey man. It's a throwback to the simpler times on the playground. Omega Red, thank you for the 2, dude. Lakers Bodyguard sent it over 2 as well, saying boo, boo, boo. P.S. Happy birthday. Lakers Bodyguard, I approve of this message. Thank you, man. Alright, let's keep this grind a-going. Man, I had suicides off for so long, and then I turned them back on, and then I turned them back off again pretty quickly. And I gotta say, my arena grinds are still suffering pretty hard from it. ABG just pulled the 5-star hype. So happy to get a good champ after a run of 8 or 9 crap pulls from a 5-star crystal. Nice, congrats on your hype. BG, who'd you use for Thunderstruck? Who'd you use for Thunderstruck, Elaine, in 6.3.6, especially for champion fight? Thunderstruck. Is that the node where you have to have shock damage on them? Oh god. This guy gained so much extra power. That can't be because of an Emma synergy, can it? There's only 3 armor ups. That should have only been 6% extra power. Ah, crap. I forgot you can't attack into his block when he has that up. Jeez, what an annoying fight. Okay. I either used Fraggle Rock or did I use Infinity Man for that? Or no? Wait, was there a buff? Was there a boost? Because I think I used Mysterio. Mysterio, he doesn't naturally have shock, but I think there's a boost that if you have a heal block or something like that, or maybe you just needed heal block also. I think I used Mysterio. It's somewhere in the stream. I don't have a timestamp for you. So yeah, if you wanted to see, but use Mysterio and Thor, I think. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Code agrees. That sounds about right. P.S. Colossus gets a plus 100%. Oh, that's right, because I'm reducing his ability accuracy. He gets plus 109% power rate when his AA is lowered. Yeah, okay. I forgot about that. The same way that I got wrecked in the past by using special 3s and feeding him 2 bars of power. Night Thrasher destroys that path except Cable. Used Hood versus the champion on there. Okay, there's some other options for you from Cody. Is it me or does 6.4 seem easier than both 6.2 and 6.3, I'm guessing that is? I don't know. I'm still getting my butt kicked a pretty good amount in 6.4. It's not terribly difficult for the most part, but there are some pretty challenging fights. Some of the mini bosses and bosses have been kind of tough. I'm sorry, how did you just pronounce fragile? Fraggle Rock is what we're talking about. Not fragile or fragile or however you want to pronounce that. But we're talking about a different word. What is the correct pronunciation of that one, now that you bring it up? But yeah, talking about Thor Rags. heard both for fragile or fragile. Let me see.
Fragile.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's the only definition I see on Google, but I bet if we went to a pronunciation website. One more time.
Fragile.
Do I dare go to one of these? What if they uploaded? Because I think they're like community uploaded. All right, I'll try one site.
Fragile.
Wow, what a nice voice. I guess that's just the way. I don't know. Fragile. It's French. Is that how you say it? PG, actual message this time. How do you fight Korg? I've never managed to get it down. Tom, even though you said actual message this time, I was so scared that that was going to be a joke. Korg, you want to try not to trigger dexterity, because that gets his crowd charges up and then he goes unblockable. You also don't want to attack his block, because same thing. So, and it's tough because you can't really parry him reliably because he shrugs off parries. So what I normally do is bait out heavy attacks to get the opening. And then normally, so certain champions don't take the reflected damage if you're using energy-based attacks or someone like Namor or Omega Red, and then you could just do your normal combos. But for other characters, you want to use light attacks as much as possible. Sometimes you might still have to do a medium attack to dash in, but end with a light attack. So medium and then 4 light attacks. Because your light attacks don't actually deal reflected damage. You'll get rid of his rock stacks without taking damage. But medium attacks, if they're not energy based, then you will take the what's it called? You will take the reflected damage from him. I don't know if any of this is making sense. It's really one of those fights that it's better to watch a video on, because there's some like visual cues that will help you out in that fight. Evading his special one's really tough, but if you dash back before his foot hits the floor, you can fully evade it. Some people remove dexterity for the harder fights just so they're not triggering the unblockable attacks from him. But I've never been a fan of that strategy myself. Noah sending over another buck, saying if you told me a year and a half ago that I'd be using Colossus to farm potions in Realm of Legends, would have laughed in your stupid face. But here I am. Yeah, man. I hear you on that, dude. I think a year and a half ago, none of us would have expected that this dude is the beast that he is today. BG Twitter regarding previous message. What do we got, Cody? BG had a death match the other day when I was at 11.5 million-ish. Lost my streak. Since then, I've been scared to run rank 3 with 2 rank 1. Yeah, dude. The infinite streak is it's changed with all the rank 3 6 stars out there. I would not recommend doing that. Oh, I mean, these are some really low PI ones, though, too. Rhino is one of the lowest. KingGroot is also fairly low. So yeah. But with the rank 3 6 stars, the infinite streak, it has changed. Thoughts on Act 7 coming out sooner than expected? I think it's good. Like, more content is generally good. It allows people to collect more rewards without necessarily needing to be locked down to with alliance-based things as the only way to progress in this game. I'll definitely take more content over less content. Like, there was a period of time where after Act 5, we had a fairly large content drought where the content in the game was essentially competitive alliance war. And there really wasn't much else going on at the time. Even Alliance Quest wasn't really competitive anymore. I mean, you know, sure, there's always some competition there, especially at the very top. But for a while, like, prestige rank ups, they weren't a thing because the rewards for Alliance War were so good that people were sacrificing prestige just to get any sort of edge they could in war, you know? But yeah, the solo content, we had a fairly sizable drought, and then we got hit with the variants and Act 6, and I feel like the game's been better as a result. I'm really curious to see what sort of ties and like what this is going to reveal for Realm of Champions. I almost said Realm of Legends again. I'm curious what, yeah, I am curious though what this is going to mean for Realm of, God, I almost did it again. I'm just going to say Emrock. Or Realm. But I'm curious to see what it's going to mean for Realm. I'm wondering if we're going to see a release date that coincides with it, or like maybe Act 7's going to come out like the month before as kind of like the last teaser. You know what I mean? Or even just like a couple weeks before or something like that. Like, you know, who knows if Realm is even ready to be released. But I am curious about that. Of course, like, there is such a thing as too much content. For some people, there's not too much content. There'll never be too much content. But I know some people are still working on Act 6, like me. But no, I mean, I still welcome it. Tom, sending over one of the New Zealand bucks saying thanks, BG. My favorite part was you saying don't dex Korg, but here's how you dex a special, dingus. Well, okay, you could dex specials. You don't give him any of his excitement charges from dexing specials. Just dexing like his regular attacks, like his medium attacks and stuff like that. But specials, you can evade. If he's not unblockable, then what a lot of people do is they don't even chance it. They just block the first... Either they block the full special one, or they'll block everything except for the last hit and evade the last hit. And that's a safer way to go about it. But if he's unblockable, then hey man, you do what you gotta do. And try your best to evade it. So it's good to learn the timing, because he will often go unblockable. Mostly unblockable with specials. He can go like unstoppable, unblockable with his regular attacks too, but it's mostly the specials that you have to watch out for. Steel sending over another buck saying, I really hope that Book 2 is a completely different style of story mode than Acts 1 through 6. Provide a fresh new take on the game. I hope so too. I mean, there's only so much they can do in this game, so I imagine it's no matter what, even if they did want to make it something really fresh, no matter what, it's, you know, at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to change from one-on-one fights. I think the map, there's only so much they can do since it's a mobile game and they have limited space for what they can even put on people's phones. Not because the phones aren't powerful enough, but just because of like storage reasons. You know, if they wanted to like visually make it crazy. But I am hoping that they can differentiate the two in some sort of substantial way. That it does really feel like it's something different, you know? So yeah, I'm curious to see about that too. No cutoffs, they're in the description. PG, who to rank 5? Unduped She-Hulk or Sig 80 Colossus? No Omega Red or Emma for him though. Colossus doesn't need synergies. He's good all on his own, man. In general, Colossus is probably the way to go. If like they're both great champs, and if you were specifically ranking up She-Hulk for something like the champion boss in 6.2, well, then rank She-Hulk. But if you don't have anything specific that you're ranking for, then I'd recommend Colossus between the two. Does Archangel work well in Act 6? He's still going to run into immunity issues, but for some nodes, and just some fights in general, he doesn't really have any issues with getting all of his abilities off, getting all the bleeds and poisons and neuros and stuff like that. And yeah, in those situations, he does pretty well. People even use him for do you bleed, even if you can't get the neuros up. It's kind of a good thing in a way, because you just want to be bleeding the opponent. Do you think everyone should do the arena? I think you should do the arena if you enjoy the arena. Well, if you don't mind the arena, I should say. The arena is amazing. Yeah, if you have the time and the patience and all that to do the arena, then go for it. But it's not for everybody. PG, I need to upgrade my 4-star yellow jackets, and I have the gold for it, but not the ISO. I was wondering if you know where I can get a lot of ISO. ISO is kind of hard to come by in the game without duplicating champions. Duplicating champions is really where you get the bulk of ISO. And early on in the game, it's a lot harder to dupe champions because, well, every time you open a crystal, it's much more likely to be a brand new champion. But still, duping champions is really the best. Playing the arena to get to get as many crystal shards as possible is a great way to get some ISO. While questing, you get the generic ISO, but it's not quite as powerful as the class-specific ISO. Like, if you're using a science brick on Yellow Jacket, you just get way more out of it than the equivalent tier generic brick. So, yeah. Any way that you can to open up crystals, eventually you'll start getting more ISO from it. 1 month account at 110k rating, 3.5k prestige. Wow, 110k rating after a month? That's really good. When is the next big crystal opening? Soonish. I've been meaning to do a crystal cleanup video for a while now, kind of at least. Been waiting for the right time. Orange Juice, sending over €1. Thank you, dude. Saying I'm currently prepping for my first 5-star feature grind. Don't know exactly when I'll feel ready, especially with the infinite streak changing, but I'm prepping nonetheless. Any tips, BG? Prep tips or grind tips? When it comes to grind tips, setting alarms is really best friend. You don't need to necessarily set alarms to like wake you up. That's not the type of alarms I'm talking about. What I mean is, okay, so you run your 5-star champions, right? And they have a 7-hour cooldown on them. We'll set an alarm for 7 hours later, just so that you don't miss the start of your next round. There's been times where, you know, before setting alarms, I'd be like, okay, you know, my 4 stars, they're gonna be up again in you know, 2 hours. Let me remember that, and I'll get back to the arena in 2 hours. 3.5 hours goes by, and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to play the arena, and yeah, you know. So set alarms just as reminders. And yeah, you could set 3 different types of alarms for 4, 5, and 6-star champions. Normally, I'll go through a round, and I don't know. Let's say it takes an hour to get through your 5 stars. Well, even though they have a 7-hour cooldown, you know, count that hour. You know, you might as well set it 6 hours later, or just set it from the beginning when you first start your 5 stars. You know. Set it from 7 hours from right when you start that round. Things like that. Other tips. If you're going to refresh, don't wait till the end to do your refreshing. Because even though you'll be getting a lot of, like, you know, way more points by refreshing than you will by not refreshing, it still is time consuming. So don't wait till the last minute. And then yeah, prep wise, I guess, you know, just rank up as many champions as you can. I think it's a good idea to plan out what you're going to be eating during the grind. You don't need to be like super, you know, you don't need to like schedule, okay, at exactly 4 p.m. I'm going to eat a peanut butter just, you don't have to do stuff like that. But like, I don't know. I'm pretty lazy when it comes to cooking, so I do stuff like this regardless. I'll just make a bunch of food that'll last for a few days anyway. But like, you know, I do that before the, you know, I'll make sure to do that before the arena grind starts. This way, I don't have to think about like, okay, I have 30 minutes between rounds. What can I make in this time and eat and stuff like that? I'll just have the food ready. That way I can just relax during the arena downtime and or even eat while playing the arena. Hold up. You do the cooking? Well, Laura and I both do cooking. We don't always eat the same thing. Sometimes we do. But more often than not, when I say I'm doing cooking, I'm talking about like throwing beans in the pressure cooker, and then once those are done, taking those out, putting them in the fridge, and then putting rice in the pressure cooker. And that way I'll have like rice and beans made, and I can just toss them in a wrap, make a burrito out of them, you know. And by cooking, I also mean buying food too, because you know, a lot of I mean, not these days I don't, because stores are not open at night. But before all this craziness, I would just go to the grocery store, you know, 2-3 times a week after the streams at night, and while doing a featured grind. That can mess up your rhythm, go into the store to buy the ingredients and stuff like that. So I'd make sure to have that stuff beforehand. That's pretty much it, though. Good luck for whenever you do your grind. Swashbuckler sent it over 200 rupees. Thanks, dude. And saw the question and jumped in to 6.4.5 with 565 AA. 56k PI, strange, stun locked, and dead before he could ever fire off a special. Nice. AA is still fantastic as a 5th option if one has 4 good ones. Yeah, you know, that's something I guess that's kind of underrated about Archangel at times. Or maybe just doesn't get talked about much. Archangel doesn't need any synergies. You know, these days, there's other champions that don't need synergies, don't get me wrong, but there's times where it feels like, you know, we've already got like 2 or 3 champs locked down just to support one champ. But Archangel, as long as you got room, as long as you got a 5th spot open, he's a good fit a lot of times. Thank you very much for the 200 rupees, dude. Chaz Cutter sent it over too, saying, "Who the hell is Adam Shadowchild? Is he done with his tangents?" Hey, that wasn't a tangent. That was advice. That was arena advice. Adam Shadowchild, though? Don't know. Let me ask Google. It sounds like a Marvel character. Paul, 2011. It's from the movie Paul? Is that the name of the movie? I've never seen this movie. It's with the it's with the dudes from well, I guess they made a bunch of movies together, but from Hot Fuzz, Alien movie, Simon Pegg. I'm sorry that I didn't get your reference and I had to look it up. But thank you very much for the 2. Well, now I know. Thank you for the 2, dude. Ryan Freeman sent it over another 2 as well, saying, "When is the next video gonna be posted?" I know it's been a little dry on the video side of things. Tomorrow. Shaun of the Dead, yeah, Shaun of the Dead. I'm gonna do a rank up, and those videos are not too hard to make. I have been working on some videos. It's not that I haven't been working on any. Although, I also haven't been putting as much time into them lately, because I've been trying to figure out some... I've been trying to figure out some other things as well. But, yeah, I do have some cool videos that need more time. But, yeah, I'm going to rank up Torch. There's no level up event, sadly. But I'm still going to rank up Torch. And, yeah, I'll mess around with that a bit. Ryan, thank you very much for the 2. How long does it usually take to get 1 million battle chips? It varies. It used to take me about a month. These days it takes a bit longer, as I'm not grinding as many rounds in the arena as I used to. Steel sending over to the buck. Where you at, dude? Venom the Duck doesn't need any synergies either. Goat. Yeah, all he needs is his goat, and he's good to go. That's his outer shell. It's the nickname for the outer shell, right? I think. Yeah, no, it's true. Venom the Duck does not need any synergies. Step 1, destroy sleep schedule. Step 2, burrito. Step 3, 5-star featured victory. Perfect. Yeah, Royal, man. That's how it's done, dude. Good luck with your grind. It's kind of dumb, but I know what you mean. I jumped in for Storm this round and didn't think about food beforehand. Don't want to order a bunch of unhealthy takeout, but don't want to go to the store. Yep. I'm very serious when I was talking about food. Like, it's like, it sounds way more hardcore than it is. Like, oh my god, you have to set alarms and plan every minute of your day, and, you know, it's really not that hardcore. You're mostly just sitting there. Oh, another thing to prep is, you know, make a playlist of movies, TV shows, podcasts, whatever, you know, whatever you're into during your grind. Just have some of that stuff ahead of time so that you're not sitting there like, what's a good movie to watch before I get into my next round? You know, just have it ready to go. But yeah, it sounds a little bit more hardcore than it actually is. The way I'm talking about it almost sounds like you're planning out a marathon race, and if you got like the food stops along the way, and you got to ration out your energy intake and stuff like that. But no, it's just a little bit of prep. A little bit of prep goes a long way. Seriously, Banana Man, do you know what GOAT stands for? Yeah, greatest of all time. Which I've known since, let's see, around 2001, I think. Wait. Yeah, 2001. So, the first time I ever heard anyone say that was in 2001 when I was bowling. I actually remember. Was when I was bowling, and I was I was a freshman in high school. My high school bowling team. Doesn't get nerdier than that. I actually remember. I don't want to. Yeah. Actually, maybe I don't remember. It was one of the other teams that yeah, this guy was like super fired up about bowling, man. I don't even know, but man, he just hyped everybody up. For some reason, man, he hyped everybody up. Everyone else is like just pretty chill. It's just bowling, you know what I mean? But this guy, his energy levels were like through the roof. He was juicing for bowling, you know what I mean? And yeah, that was the first time he ever said that. Or, well, first time I ever heard somebody say that. And I thought it was really cool at the time. But then, of course, like anything, it gets overused and starts to lose its the more it gets used, you know what I mean? If Kabam offered you 1 million units to never touch Arena again, would you take it? Sure. 1 million units? Yeah, I'd take that. I wonder how many units I've gotten in total from the arena. It's not 1 million, I can tell you that much, but it might be somewhere in the neighborhood of like, I don't know, 300k. So I'd definitely take 1 mil. You remember things from when you were bowling? I think you and most people do bowling differently. I'm not sure I've been sober bowling since I was 18. Well, dude, I was a freshman in high school. Like, I'm 14 years old. I I think I remember it mostly because so I was pretty good at bowling. It was one of the few things growing up I was only good at two things. Bowling and video games. And I was one of the only freshman that was on like sounds so weird to say, but the varsity bowling team. Most people are like, yeah, man, varsity football, varsity basketball, but it was the varsity bowling team. Anyway, so I was there with people that were older, and I was just nervous, man. I was just nervous being around. Like everyone else, was like 3 years older than me, like 2 years at the least. So like 2 to 3 years older than me. Believe it or not, there was some girls there too, and young me around girls. Like, oh man. So yeah, I don't know. I think I remember more things from that just from being nervous and like any little thing that I did, just being very self-conscious about it type of thing, sticks to your brain. All right, anyway, Tom sent it over too, saying last and read the reactions. Boo, sir. Wait, last and read the reactions. Boo, sir. Wait, what? Hold on. BG, I just found out a friend of mine has a secret life as a priest. It's his alter ego. Boo, Tom. Wait, are these the reactions you're talking about? Pixie Bell saying, haha, OMG, Tom. Thanos saying, at Tom. Okay, that's a good one. Dabbing, at Tom, with the laughing faces. Guys, don't encourage him. This is the problem. You see what I mean? You're just encouraging him. Boo. So there is a price on your rules for MCOC? Yeah, sure. Give me 1,000,000 units and I'll throw away all my rules. I'm sure he pursued bowling instead of game. Hey, I almost became I wanted to become a professional bowler. Actually, believe it or not. I was bowling since I was 3 years old. I wasn't the best, but I was pretty good. I never really took it seriously, and I still had over 200 average by the time I was in my later high school years, and that was with like never bowling. So okay, all right, here's the story. I bowled pretty much since the time I was 3 years old. I was in like a Saturday morning bowling league, right? So most Saturdays, outside of the times when the leagues were, took a break or whatever, but most Saturday mornings I would bowl. And then when I got to high school, it was like, dude, you could bowl for free. You don't have to pay if you're on the team or whatever. Okay, sure, I'll do that. So yeah, it's free bowling. And then when I got a car when I was 17, then I would go out bowling with some friends. But before that, like, I almost never did. So I rarely bowled outside of like these few league times or whatever. And then I was like, well, I don't know what else to do with my life, so why not become a professional bowler? I'm pretty good at it. I've never really taken it too seriously. Maybe if I took it seriously, I could actually get good enough to become a pro. I went out one time one time and one time only by myself, where I was actually gonna like practice certain things, really focus on how I threw the ball, because I never, I mean, I always tried a bit, sure, but I never took it too seriously. And I was gonna do that. I bowled like 2 or 3 games, probably 3. I'm sure I bowled 3, but I don't remember how many games. And then I just didn't want to bowl anymore. I realized it is really not that fun of a game when you're by yourself. It's great. It's great when you're with other people. There's enough downtime between shots and everything. You know, people just having fun, talking, whatever. You know, I was still too young to be drinking, but these days if I went, sure, let's have a couple beers while we're bowling. You know what I mean? It's a good time. It's not that expensive of a thing to do. It's great. But man, I did not enjoy bowling by myself. So I was like, all right, well, if I can't bowl by myself, if I can't enjoy that, then I don't want to be a professional bowler. So that dream ended that day. Right, how many points do you think 5-star Storm will go for? I've got my cutoff prediction in the description. Brian, so I took Guillotine 2099 to 565, then I pulled Warlock, so now I'm going to have 4 Tech 565s before I have a single Cosmic one. Dang, dude. 4 Tech before a single Cosmic. That's pretty crazy. Alliance-less bowling killed BG's motivation. Yeah, that's pretty much, that's true, dude. It's completely true. Swaggy's poster, what's up, man? What is this? BG, your war team sucks. Mine would kick your ass. Okay. Check your war team. See what you're bringing. See what you're packing. Did you get a Letterman's jacket? No. I think I could have, but you had to pay for them or something. So no. I did have like a letter or whatever, right? Because you had to like sew them on the jacket or something, or get it sewn on the jacket. I did have a varsity letter, but dude, no, hell no. I wasn't about to get a jacket for that. Did you use the ball ramps at 3 years old? No. So when I was young, I don't remember everything, of course, being 3 years old. Here's some things that I remember. I remember being too weak to hold the ball, because it's a 6-pound ball, and at 3 years old, you know, I mean, I could hold the ball, but we're talking about bowling 3 games. You're lifting up that ball and swinging it around, and you know, a bunch, you know, like 30 or so times. So yeah, I remember being, you know, the ball being too heavy to do that. So I actually lifted weights. I'm not making this up. Hold on. What's Swaggy Sposter's team here? See, we got some strong teams. Wow, triple War Machine. Swaggy Sposter, did you do this intentionally though, man? You did it like podium order kind of thing with the star levels, but I think I would have preferred to see 2-star, 3-star, 4-star instead of 2-star, 4-star, 3-star. I'm gonna have to deduct some points because of that. But alright, anyway, so what was I saying? So yeah, I remember being in it's not like I was seriously pumping iron, but like I remember being at my aunt's house, and she had just like some light aerobic type weights, you know, like just like the 2-pound weights or whatever. And I remember lifting some weights to try to get stronger. So I remember doing that, and I can't remember if I ever used bumpers as a kid. Like, I don't think I did. I remember going to some like birthday parties where you know, I don't think I ever had a birthday party at the bowling alley. I might have. I don't remember now. But you know, I went to some other kids' birthday parties at bowling alleys, and they had bumpers up. But I'm pretty sure I never used bumpers because I remember bowling zeros. Now that I think about it, like looking back, I don't know what my parents were thinking, or what the leagues were thinking, or whoever made that decision. Because I don't plan on having kids, but if I had a kid, I feel like I'd put the bumpers up. But maybe that's what's wrong with the world, you know? Maybe that's what's wrong with the world. Maybe the fact that there were no bumpers, it may be a stronger bowler or something. I don't know. Maybe, I really don't remember if I ever bowled with bumpers in the like the Saturday morning leagues. But I don't think so. I don't think so. BG, remember when he said to set up something to watch? Just found a YouTube video playing the first 20 movies in the MCU all at once. Better pop my popcorn, dude. Alright, man, that'll get you through some rounds. That's awesome, man. Pretty sure podiums are silver, gold, bronze. Oh, is it the other way? I did 2, 3, 4. It did that order you see. I have no control over it. Okay. Zero, Norwood, jacked, Letterman, BG. Better than Brad Pitt. Hello, this is the first stream I've been to. Seems fun. Matthew, welcome. Hey Brian, what kind of things do you think we'll see in the 4th of July unit deals this year as the game has progressed hugely with the release of 6.4 and the Abyss? I think it'll be largely what we've seen in the past, but just the next progression of it, you know? So, more 6-star shards. Instead of 5-star rank up gems, might see a 6-star rank up gem. Or if not a rank up gem, then just rank up materials. I think it'll be interesting to see if 4th of July comes out before or after Act 7. I think it'll be really interesting to see which comes out first. Because if Act 7 comes out first, then I feel like the offers that we'll see from 4th of July will be better, since the game will technically be slightly more progressed at that point. But if Act 7 comes out after 4th of July, we might see something that's really good from the 4th of July offers, and then we might see like similar rewards from Act 7, you know? Actually, either way, maybe it'll be somewhat similar, regardless of which comes out first. But yeah, I think mostly, you know, of course, 6 stars, 6 stones. There'll probably be a way to pick between options like we've had in the past, where one side is more shard based and the other side is more rank up based, something like that. Oh, wait, all 20 on one screen? Wait, I think I read that wrong the first time then. Wait, what? Oh, man. Dude, I thought you were talking about a playlist. They're actually just all on the same screen? Jeez, dude. How do you watch something like that? That's crazy. Last, we are more likely to think PG. It's the count before the 2, 3, 4 one. Actually got a Bowling Letterman's jacket, 3-year district champs, and lettered twice. Love my time with the team and miss it a lot, especially since breaking my wrist. Nice, Swaggy Spoadster. That's awesome, man. So, last little fun fact here about bowling. I refused to go bowling with Laura for the longest time. To this day, we've been together since 2005, guys. So 15 years. It's actually almost our 15-year anniversary coming up relatively soon here. We've only been bowling, I think, like twice together. I actually just refused to go with her when we first started dating. Because we started dating like pretty shortly after I realized I don't want to be a professional bowler anymore. And although, yeah, it would still be like, I would still have fun going with some friends every once in a while. I was afraid that I wasn't gonna, like, I just wouldn't be able to have fun. Like, unless I was bowling with, like, my, you know, people that also bowled for a long time and were really good at bowling and stuff like that, too. I don't know, it's... I like, it's not that I didn't want to go with her because, she wasn't going to be as good. Like, who cares about that, right? That doesn't matter to me how good somebody is or is not at bowling, right? But, I was actually just afraid that I wasn't going to be able to have fun and that I was going to be miserable, like I just wasn't going to be a fun person to be around. You know, it's weird, man. Now that I'm talking about it, it sounds like talking about drugs here or something. You know, just couldn't bring her around because when I'm on the drugs, it's just not a fun person to be around. But yeah, so I never took her bowling or anything like that. We went once. I was meeting one of her brothers for the first time, and I don't remember who picked it, but somebody picked to go bowling, and I was like, well, okay. Gotta try to at least make a good impression. Let's go bowling. And by good impression, I don't mean bowling a good game or anything like that. I mean, like, not being weird. Dude, this Venom the Duck. He's going up by 4 and then by 6. Do you see that? His aberration charges or whatever they're called. Now it's going up by 5s. That's interesting. I wonder what sig level this guy is. Maybe it's some sort of rounding thing. You still have the bowling magic touch and wrecked floor? Well, I'm nowhere near as good as I used to be. And I don't really try. When I go bowling, I mostly just screw around. We actually went bowling at Comic-Con. Now that I think about it, at Comic-Con we went with some of the Kabam people went. This was 2 years ago. But yeah, I didn't even bowl all my frames, and the frames I did bowl. Wasn't trying. I did try like a couple of for a couple of the shots, and it ended up not being so great anyway. But of course, it's with like you know, the house balls and stuff, and they don't fit your hand as good and stuff. But anyway, crap. What was I gonna say? I got sidetracked. What was the actual bowling-related question? Oh yeah. Do you still have the bowling magic touch? So, there was a few times that I went with one of my best friends, someone that I worked with for like 10 years, and actually the person that got me into this game, and he would go bowling all the time with his little nephew. Who was like 5 at the time or something like that, I think. And yeah, they really like to go bowling. He bowled too, and we never went together, but then like he stopped bowling too, but then he would go with his little nephew, and then there was a couple times where I went with them. And I did okay. I still used the house balls, but I found ones that were like pretty decent. And I was bowling like 180s or something like that. Like I was actually trying because we were kind of competitive with the things that we did. You know, we always bet on things. So I was actually trying, and yeah. You know, at that point, I hadn't gone bowling for a good, I don't know, 6, 7 years, or something like that. Maybe longer, 8, 9 years. But you lose your touch a bit, but you don't forget everything, and it's not that hard, you know. PG, when does a tangent become a rant? Is it based on intensity of monologue or length of time? I don't know. I feel like rant is more a negative thing. Is rant exclusively negative? You know, now that I think about it, let's look up rant. Let's look up the definition of rant. Speak or shout at length in a wild, impassioned way. Okay. So I guess it's not a negative thing. Or noun, a spell of ranting. A tirade.
Rant.
Even the way this person says rant sounds like they're angry, though.
Rant.
You know what I mean?
Rant.
They're pissed. Okay, this other one, though. Shout and complain angrily at length. See, that's what I always thought the definition was. Yeah, this was a long talk about bowling, though. I'm sorry to everyone who doesn't give a damn about bowling at all. All right, Deladova sent it over too. Deladova, thank you very much. Saying, all I'm hearing is a bowl-off between you and Seaton to squash the beef. Oh, man. Well, we did, wait. Was Seaton there? I think Seaton was there, but now I can't remember. I don't remember everyone who went out that night. Remember we had some of the Kabam guys there. I remember Vex being there. I remember talking to Vex. Shout out to Vex. No longer plays, but yeah. I don't remember. But we might have already done the bowl off. I can't. I'm trying to think. Oh man. We need a. Maybe we need a decathlon. You know. Because it'd be unfair. You know. I don't know if Seaton has bowled as many. I don't know if he bowled growing up too. So we could. That could be one event. The next event could be a tea drink off. He'd probably beat me there, you know. We need a whole bunch of events. See, you don't remember your night of bowling? That sounds more realistic. Well, yeah, we actually had pitchers of beer. That Kabam actually got. So yeah. C-Rob sent it over 5. C-Rob, thank you very much. Saying, have you ever shot pool? You do kind of look like a cue ball. Well, thank you, man. I take that as a compliment. Not really. Not in any kind of serious way. Like, of course, I've played pool before. It's fun. Actually, speaking of drinking, that was one of the first. That's one of my oldest drinking memories. Is I would go to my friend's house for Super Bowl parties. Except it was like his dad throwing the Super Bowl party, so it was, you know, it was like a mixed crowd, but it was mostly adults. And then, like, you know, there were some younger kids in the basement. This is like high school age, you know, and he had a pool table. He had a pool table in his basement. It was awesome. And then, of course, there was like a liquor cabinet down there, and all the adults are upstairs watching the game. They're not paying attention, so, you know, have a few drinks. Not that I recommend it to anyone out there. I don't promote underage drinking. YouTube, don't ban me. Steel sent it over another buck saying it saddens me to see you use Coal Obsidian so poorly. Was I playing Coal Obsidian? I didn't even realize it. I never pay attention who I'm playing in the arena. But yeah, with pool, no, I never. I mean, I've been to a pool hall or billiards place, whatever you want to call it. I've only been there, you know, maybe like twice in my entire life. And then just occasionally played at that friend's house. Oh, I actually had a pool table when I was young too, except it wasn't a real pool table. It was hold on, let me pull up a picture. It was one of these things where it was like a 3-in-1, where it was a pool table, but then you had like these sheets that you could throw on top of it to play ping pong, or air hockey, except the air hockey part never worked. So it was basically just a pool table or ping pong. It was pretty small too, because I had it when I was a kid. It was like a Play School or Fisher Price or whatever those kids brands are. But I had one of those, man. That was pretty fun. Alright, BG, thanks for providing the background to my grind. Asleep with 11 million so far. Alright, Royal, sounds good, man. Good luck with the rest of your grind. So you have more experience with Kabam meetups than I do, but they do seem extra generous to players they meet in person, or are they just a bunch of highly functioning alcoholics? I mean, I don't know. It's a great question. I actually don't know. I mean, it hasn't been that many times, Abdo. It was during the meetups, which you were there for. Well, actually, only the one meetup, right? But you were there for that. And then We went out bowling once. They went to Dave and Buster's a few years actually, which has drinks too. There really wasn't too many times. I always said, man, I always kind of want it's I would never actually do this. You know what I mean? I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but it would be fun to go out and you know, maybe buy them a few drinks. You know, get them extra loose. Have them spill the beans on like some real inside info on like what goes on behind the scenes, things that they normally wouldn't talk about if they were sober. Not necessarily like spoiler type stuff, because I don't really want to know that, man. I don't really want to know what's exactly what's coming. But, you know, hey man, what do you really think of us YouTubers? I always wanted to ask them that, but I never have. See them be like, oh yeah, F you guys, always giving us crap about this and this and this. Orange Juice, sending over 5 of them euros. Thanks, man. Saying, BG, before you go, just wanted you to know that if life gives you melons, you're dyslexic. Oh, damn. Well, alright then. I never noticed that melons and lemons are basically the same word. Basically the same thing. Orange Juice, thank you very much for the 5 euros. Appreciate it, man. All I want is Kabam Mike to show me his in-game profile. He can hide the name. Just gotta know where he's at. I kind of know where he's at. I've never seen it, but I've heard him talk about it. So I don't know exactly where he's at, but... I mean... Yeah, actually, maybe I shouldn't say. I don't know how much he's... I don't remember if it was something he said privately or if it was something that he put out on Twitter or something like that. So, but I don't think he'd mind if you know, he's far enough along. He's not like, it's not like he just got to Act 3. You know what I mean? He let's put it this way. You can ask Aaron Abdo this. At the meetup, he pulled out his phone to play just as much, if not more, than most people. He like pulled out his phone to. He was like playing Transformers: Forged to Fight actually as we were talking. You know, like he plays both of those games. So. What was the social media guy's name? He went like, "Oh, I can't drink too much," or "I'll start spilling secrets." Then conspiratorially revealed it as a ploy. I know his name. I don't remember if he's ever made that public though, so I don't want to say his name either. I'm always too afraid to. I don't want to. My first ever interaction with Kabam was like I accidentally recorded someone who didn't want to be recorded, and ever since then, like, I try to respect their privacy as much as they want, or yeah, as much as I can. As long as they're willing to say their names and stuff, then hey, that's cool. But some of them I know want to be more private. Okay. Anyway. I'm going to head out of here, guys. World's Finest Dudes, if you're still in here, thank you so much for being tonight's biggest D. Really appreciate it, man. GSBAG, that's all sounds a bit sketchy. Getting Kabam staff hammered to talk. Who are you really, Brian Grant? Who are you really? Hey, don't tell me you can't... I'm sure many of you out there would love to do the same. But, Alright, anyway, yeah, yeah, thank you everyone else too that sent over some very generous super chats and all that. And night, Mr. Varsity Athlete. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna do a day stream tomorrow. It's probably gonna be a little bit later than it was today. So we'll say like 13 to 14 hours from now ish. But yeah, I'll see you guys then, or nighttime, or whenever. Good night, everybody. Go watch the movie, Paul. Well, probably not tonight, but I did really enjoy Hot Fuzz, so maybe I'd like that movie. I like some of the stuff those guys do. I can't say I've enjoyed everything, but I've liked more than a couple of their movies. So, all right. Anyway, good night, guys.